graced the heavens, their progeny took spectacular form. The temple at Abu Simbel was conceived to honor their most revered gods, as well as Pharaoh Ramses II. Twice a year, the precision of the temple's position allowed a stream of sunlight directly through its entrance. The river of light ran 160 feet, passing giant pillars of Osiris, god of the dead. The journey ended in the illumination of the main sanctuary, with its statues of Ramses, Amun-Ra, and two other gods. This extraordinary temple reflects the sun's importance to the Egyptians' sense of life and deity. The sun captivated the Mayan civilization more than 1,000 years ago, and it still rises on the ruins of Chichen Itza. It represents the apex of Mayan engineering and showcases a sophisticated understanding of the movement of the stars and planets. The Temple of Kukulkan, like most of the structures in the city, was adorned with Kukulkan's visage, a feathered serpent. The position and design of this 1 square acre pyramid are so precise that during the spring and autumn equinox, the shadow created by the sun darkens a different step with each passing hour. Many of the structures in Chichen Itza capture the movement of the stars. The Mayans have awed modern scientists with their ability to track the position of the planet Venus with astounding accuracy, hundreds of years before Galileo's telescope.
A harmless event of astronomical coincidence. The solar eclipse paralyzed early civilizations with fear. They were perceived as bad omens, the harbingers of plagues or drought. The prediction of eclipses obsessed early cultures from Central America to China. Indeed, the Chinese beheaded astrologers who failed to foretell the coming of the dragon that swallowed the giver of light. Of course, it is not a star-hungry dragon that devours our daylight, rather a brief intrusion by the Earth's own moon. Within the order of the solar system, our moon orbits the Earth as they travel together around the sun in their annual trip that defines our year. In the course of these orbits, the moon is occasionally positioned between the sun and the Earth. On average, there are 1 total and 3 partial eclipses each year visible from limited locations on the Earth. Solar eclipses are visible only along a narrow path as the moon continues its orbit and the Earth rotates on its axis. A cone-shaped shadow tracks across the Earth, indulging selected observers with a spectacular astronomical treat. A total solar eclipse that is visible at any specific location is rare. The next partial solar eclipse visible in Iowa in 2153. However, while no one should ever look directly at the sun, a total eclipse may provide the properly equipped observer with a rare glimpse of the sun's corona and solar prominences. But like many natural wonders, a total solar eclipse is all too brief, lasting a maximum of 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Certainly, this would qualify as a fast food lunch for a fire-eating dragon.
Do you know that?
That's why you have to wear special glasses.
Isn't it funny?
Early cultures were often frightened by shadows, lacking the scientific sophistication to explain natural events. It was believed to be a foreshadowing of disaster when the Earth passed between the sun and the moon to create a lunar eclipse. The Earth's shadow bestowed the moon with an ominous appearance. Lunar eclipses occur about twice a year as a result of the moon's orbit of the Earth, the Earth's rotation, and the orbit of the Earth and the moon around the sun. A total eclipse of the moon lasts more than an hour, while a solar eclipse lasts but minutes. And in contrast to solar eclipses, a lunar eclipse is visible over a broad area of the Earth and is safe to view with the naked eye. During a total eclipse, the moon turns an eerie copper-red color as sunlight is refracted through the Earth's atmosphere, adding an additional chill to the night air. Without doubt, our ancestors must have felt great relief when the ill omen passed and the moon reappeared in their sky.
The collision of objects in space is hardly an unusual occurrence, although most are very small. As many as 200 million meteorites collide with the Earth each day for an estimated total of more than 37,000 tons per year. When the collision occurs between spiral galaxies, hundreds of thousands of light years in diameter, the event is breathtaking and cataclysmic. Seen here in extreme fast forward, it is astounding that an impact between individual stars and other objects is very rare due to the vast distance between them. But the gravitational fields of the numerous galactic residents bend, distort, and finally twist this galactic marriage of coincidence into a very different form. Thank you for attending this Cosmic Jukebox presentation. The next show will begin shortly. Remember, you can use the kiosk in the Why the Sky to create your show, and then use the kiosk here in the theater to make your presentation. The Science Center thanks you for creating a Cosmic Jukebox production. Please take a seat quickly,
Come on,
as
look at
night
your
is
phone.
falling and your show is about to begin.
Blue, but
Yeah.
screen
Yeah. It's
with
actually.
the blue light. Kind of
Yeah.
Early cultures were often frightened by shadows. Lacking the scientific sophistication to explain natural events, it was believed to be a foreshadowing of disaster when the Earth passed between the Sun and the Moon to create a lunar eclipse. The Earth's shadow bestowed the Moon with an ominous appearance. Lunar eclipses occur about twice a year as a result of the Moon's orbit of the Earth, the Earth's rotation, and the orbit of the Earth and the Moon around the Sun. A total eclipse of the Moon lasts more than an hour, while a solar eclipse lasts but minutes. And in contrast to solar eclipses, a lunar eclipse is visible over a broad area of the Earth and is safe to view with the naked eye. During a total eclipse, the Moon turns an eerie copper-red color as sunlight is refracted through the Earth's atmosphere, adding an additional chill to the night air. Without doubt, our ancestors must have felt great relief when the ill-omened passed and the Moon reappeared in their sky.
Globular clusters are among the most symmetrical objects in the cosmos. Within these spherical groups reside hundreds of thousands of the oldest stars in the universe. Typically found in the galactic suburbs, they slowly orbit around the center of the galaxy from beyond its farthest reaches. The Milky Way galaxy features more than 150 of these ancient groups, which have also been observed in other galaxies. A typical globular cluster is a relatively small formation, with an average diameter of a mere 50 light years. The stars at the center of the cluster are just a few billion miles apart, next-door neighbors on a galactic scale. This unique stellar neighborhood gives astronomers an opportunity to study the gravitational forces between stars and provides a glimpse backward in time to the formation of galaxies.
Imagine the possibility of alien worlds. How can we know if they really exist?
I mean, you're
In an
asking about
unending process throughout the universe, rings of
Sophia,
dust
that's
and
enough.
gas
That's
orbit distant stars subject to the whims of gravity. As particles